Beautiful cash considerations, listeners. It's time for one total, one side, and one prize. Yeah! By the time you hear this episode, it may not fucking matter. The NFL might be shut down, but it's time for one total, one side, and one prop here on the Cash Considerations podcast. Dave is going to be batting leadoff here for us, a spot that he's actually been pretty damn good in. He hits his side. He hits his total. CH absolutely nails his side, and I won't bemoan anymore. I lose by the half point on my side, but I also won by a half point, even though I thought I lost by a half point on my prop. So CH crunching some numbers for us here. He tracks all of the picks, so if you want to know exactly how we do, you can shoot him an email at cashconsidshow@gmail. Correct is the name of the email. All right, I'm getting the nod. So he crunched some numbers. If you parlayed Dave's total, CH's side, and yours truly's prop, we had a 629 payout last week, and we cashed it yet again. That's been a profitable endeavor going with our best options there, and that would be up about 11.5 units on the season. Ain't too bad, not too shabby. And Dave, I hope I filled enough there that you are ready for your total, your side, and your prop in the nice-ass Warriors lid. What do you got for the folks?
All right, so Steph Curry over. That's tonight. But for the purposes of this segment, slow it down, everybody breathe. We're going Saturday night. Saturday Night Fever was a great movie, and John Travolta, he did a lot of little moves and stuff. I'm going Saturday night for my one total, one side, one prop. I'm taking the Colts. I'm telling you right now, this is the last game these Patriots lose. And I saved it right here. I'm going to do it in the Pat the Patriot hat. We're going to pick this game. We're picking the Colts. In the hat, Colts win -2. It's going to 2.5. Get it now.
You put the Patriots hat on to go against the Patriots?
I did.
In the end, though, CH.
It's going to work out at the end.
Lose the battle and win the war. Let's be
real. It's going to work out. It's the last game they lose. The total. We're staying here Saturday night. Saturday night's all right for fighting. Saturday night is all right for unders. We're going under New England and the Colts. We're going to run. We're going to play defense on both sides of the ball. Yards are going to be hard to come by. This is going to look like an NHL playoff game for Space, boys. He showed everybody in Buffalo he liked to run the ball. He's probably going to unveil a 5 wide out package on Sunday, and they're going to air it out like Ed Henry did in Remember the Titans. But if he doesn't, the game's going under in this game. The prop, God damn it, it's so hard to find the props. I can't find the goddamn props. I went to the DK promotions. I had one, and then it disappeared while we were doing the show.
Nice.
Maybe because the goddamn COVID protocols and everything else happened while we were doing the shows. And they said, you know what? Maybe we were not going to have any props or DK promotions. So I'm scrambling right now for my prop. But if it's going to be something, it's going to be max passing yards under on Saturday night. Okay. Figured a number to be in the low 200s. All right. I went over to Matt Ryan prop last week. That was the only thing I missed in the OTOSOP. And he came up just short because they were winning the game. They were the other dog to go win outright and cover with the Falcons at the Panthers. It was a shit game. And we'll get to the Falcons and the Panthers in the Dentro e Fiori segment coming up here in a second. Side, Colts total, Colts Pats under, prop, Mac Jones passing yards under on Tuesday. I don't know what the number is. We'll know. We'll tweet it out at SportsBK Consig before Saturday.
Boom. That's a recap right there. CH, you can go here in the 2 spot. I will that cleanup for us. What do you got? Total, side, prop, in any order you want. I don't care. I don't care if you pick every single same pick as Dave. I don't care. Your segment right now.
I'm only going to take one pick, the same as Dave, so I might as well get that one out of the way. I'm taking the Patriots and Colts under as well. This is going to be a low. This is two teams in the teens, I think, 18 to 16, 19 to 14. Low. Yeah, it's going to be a low scoring game. Okay. So we did that a couple weeks ago. We both picked the same total. We hit it. Let's do it again.
Easy, by the way, we did it.
Yeah, easy. My side is going to be a game we haven't talked about yet, and it's going to be the bounce back Bills getting to play against the Panthers with their multiple quarterbacks and whatever the fuck they got going on there. That team's a mess. The three of us and 8 other guys can probably stop the Panthers offense at this point. So I'm going to take the Bills minus the 10.5. And then my prop, I went with this last week, and I thought it was going to hit, and then it didn't. I missed it by like 20 yards. But I'm going back to the well with the same prop, 2 different guys. Alvin Kamara, Leonard Fournette combined over 199.5 scrimmage yards. Kamara's capable of putting up $150 himself. Fournette's capable of putting up 100 himself easily. We just need some kind of combination to get us to 200. So I'm going to go with that again at minus 110. So Bills minus 10.5. Pats and Indy under 45.5, and Fournette and Kamara over 199.5 scrimmage yards. Back to you, newbie.
So I had for my total, I was going to be going back to the tout total. I had this whole entire spiel worked up for why I like Ravens over 19.5 points in the game. It's minus 115 on DraftKings, but if my asshole is going to be clenched on Saturday because I love Carson Wentz, and CH's asshole is going to be clenched because he's a Patriots diehard, Dave's asshole is going to be clenched because I'm going with you guys on the under. Make it a first ever one total, one side, one prop. I love that play. It was one that I was on the fence. I hear you both on it. So we're going double fisted up to the counter under 43.5 in the Patriots. It's absolute mayhem. CH recover.
I don't know how I'm going to track that on the spreadsheet.
There's no column for that.
There's no column for that.
Unanimous pick, the first ever. The spreadsheet is into array. I was thinking about the Ravens team total over for the game. You guys have given me all the reason in the world. We're going under, unanimous, one total, one side, one prop in the Patriots game on Saturday. My side, look, the main case everybody is making all week long for Washington is that it's too many points for the Eagles to be laying. Well, it wasn't too many points when the Eagles laid 6.5 before the bye and they beat the Jets by 15 points. That wasn't too many points, right?
Nope.
The only game that the Eagles were home favorites this season was against the Saints. Yeah. 40-29. They cover the spread by 8 points. That wasn't too many points for the Eagles. So it's too many points is not a viable handicap for a team that's 3-1 against the spread as favorites this season. It's a small sample size, right, newbie? You're a homer, right, newbie? Okay, small sample size. Let's look to the margin of victory. That's a healthy 14.5 points a game. Margin of victory, games Eagles are favored in. Is that not enough for you? I'm still a homer. Well, let's look to how they do versus expectations. They have covered the spread as a favorite, an average of 10.8 points per game in games the Eagles are favored. That's even with their stinker that they had in Las Vegas. Injury, COVID concerns for Washington. Eagles -5. Best bet on the side. Eagles win the game going away. How about that for a handicap right there?
I noticed you didn't mention you were going to be at the game. That didn't factor into you.
Left that part out. Everything was so good, and then you just got that in there.
I was rolling. All right, last thing, I'll keep it short here because then we're getting to whatever the hell it means, in or out in Italian.
Yep.
My draft, I'm going to the Prop King specials. I'm going Melvin Gordon and Joe Mixon over a combined 1.5 touchdowns. It's plus 110 on DraftKings. And the thing is, people say, well, Melvin Gordon doesn't score. Well, he hasn't until recently. He's actually scored 1 touchdown in 4 of his last 5 games. He's coming off a 2 touchdown effort. Yes, it was against the lowly Lions. I know, but Joe Mixon, he could get 2 touchdowns by himself. He has the 3rd most touchdowns in the league. He's gotten 12 this year. He's also scored at least 1 touchdown in 4 out of his last 5 games. I'll take him combined over 1.5 touchdowns, plus 110. Melvin Gordon, Joe Mixon is the prop. The side is the Eagles. Just hold your nose. I'm going to the game, but don't think about it. And we're going under in the Patriots game. What were you going to go, Dave?
I just found my prop. I was scrolling through DraftKings. and they have this under weekly specials. I changed the screen. The Monday night game, Minnesota Vikings at Chicago Bears, complete shit game. Away player props, score on or after 6 minutes elapsed is minus 120. You can bet that. And that actually the other side is score before is minus 110. It's the only prop on here that has the other side. There's a couple there that I want to bet against, but they only have the yeses. But apparently at DraftKings, if you want to bet the nose or you want to probably place bets that they want to throw you out for, you can't bet them. So I'm going to pick one that I can bet. I found it. There it is. They're going to score after the 6 minute mark. The away team, Minnesota Vikings, away team to score after the 6 minute mark. There you go. So that's my prop. In addition to the Mac Jones passing yards prop, which we'll get a number for. We're going to guess it's going to be about between 215 and 220.
I love it. There it is. That does it for Ian. Yeah. Number 2 football segment this side of the Mississippi is coming to a close.